Okay, so let's take a moment to arrive, shall we? Taking a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. I'm actually going to invite you to like just rub your hands together. Just rub your hands together. This is a wonderful way of letting your body know, mind, body, spirit, everything. Hey, I'm getting ready. And then what I want you to do is just take your hand and just pat down your arms, up of the arms, and then up inside of it, under the armpit, up the inside of the under the armpit. Beat your chest a little bit. Take some nice deep breaths in, and then just go, ha! Yeah. Now close your eyes. Yeah, there was a lot. There was some nervous energy. Could have been mine, could have been yours. Feel your feet on the floor and just release your energetic roots down into the earth, anchoring, tapping into the energy of groundedness, stability, strength, courage, nourishment, support. And then opening your crown, taking your awareness above your head and opening to receive a beautiful column of golden light, representing source energy, the perfect set of frequencies for you today. Receiving and opening, allowing yourself to connect fully to your higher self, your higher knowing, all wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You're receiving that energy into every cell and cell receptor site in your body, allowing it to wash around your body, cleansing and clearing your auric field and creating a safe, sacred space for us to do our work today. And bringing your awareness to your heart center of your chest, and slowing your breathing down, breathing 6 seconds in and 6 seconds out through the center of your chest, and really connecting into your heart space. Might want to bring to mind a person or a place that makes you feel tremendous joy, relaxation, connection. Might bring a smile to your face as you connect with this person or thing that you love so much. Makes you feel so good. And then asking from this wisest part of yourself, what wants to be acknowledged, celebrated, released, expanded? What would serve my highest good today? And when you're ready, when you're aware of something, could be a word, could be an image, could be a sensation in your body, it doesn't matter. Whatever comes into your awareness, just let me know.
Excitement. Excited.
Beautiful. And what does excitement feel like in your body? How do you know you're excited? What tells you?
I feel the tingling and the goosebumps.
Is it, you went like this, like it was all over? Was it?
Yeah.
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 So what would be the most exciting thing that could come out of this conversation today?
I guess momentum.
More about momentum.
Yeah. Soaring.
Mm,
Yes.
great. What would soaring look like compared to where you are now? Right? Soaring is
More. Yes.
more. Great.
Success.
More success.
Yes.
And so knowing that we have, an hour, what is impeding the success in this moment? What is impeding more, and what specifically does success mean to you, first of all, and what part of your life?
In my business.
Okay.
And well, I'm celebrating something.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I got a listing.
Oh, nice.
A signed agreement.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Which manifested since I did the intake form.
Yes.
Because I did not respond to your last question. And
Yeah.
So the shift, when I was doing the intake form, I wrote what's stopping me from success, and I think I had written initially,
yes,
fear of failure.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no, Nicole, it's not fear of failure, it's fear of success.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like just boom, something just went off in my head, and I was like, oh. And in that moment, I actually did that intake form just before I was going to meet with my real estate, my mentor.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so I emailed it and I went to meet with him. And as I walked into him, I said, I want a listing. I'm ready for a listing.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, okay. And we talked about how we were going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, he called me, he says, I have a listing for you. I said, okay. I said, I'm ready.
I love that, because what you're speaking to is something we talk about all the time, which is that the only person that can stop you is you, right?
Right.
And for various reasons we get in our own way, and we don't need to beat up on ourselves about it. What we need to do is become aware of where we're doing it, and because the minute we do, we shift it.
Right.
So I want you to just check in and ask your heart, not your head. The head doesn't know. The head is there to serve the heart. What would my next level of success look like in my business? What would it feel like? What would and then what would it feel like?
What would it feel like? Achievement.
What does achievement feel like? You just had some. You're celebrating a new listing.
Yeah, more listings.
Yeah, but what did it feel like?
It was so exciting. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep.
So lots of energy flowing through the body.
Yes.
There's a reason I'm kind of pushing you, because if you notice, it's not so easy, right? It's like we want all these things, but we don't know how it feels. But law of attraction says when you're in the feeling, it's the feeling state,
right,
that magnetizes it to you, attracts it to you with ease and grace, right? So you don't have to struggle for it. So yes, we need to know what we want with clarity, but we need to have an idea of what it looks like and what it feels like. And it's challenging if you've never had it, right? When you're creating something new. However, you know how you want to feel. You know you will want something because of you, how you imagine it will make you feel.
Right.
And that's true of everybody, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm pushing you to a little bit to articulate, like excitement. That's great, but excitement feels like high vibration. What does it feel like? Where do you feel it in your body, right? Because there's a kind of giddy excitement, and then there's a calm excitement and a knowing as well that is
Mhm.
equally a hallmark of success, especially success that it's like we call it when you done deal something. When it's
Right.
a done deal, it's like it's not a freaking surprise. It's delightful, but it's
Hmm.
not a surprise because you knew it was coming.
So funny you say that because
Mhm,
so we left and they agreed.
mhm,
And then Monday morning, they decided to go in another direction.
mhm,
So I said, okay. I said, thanks for the update. But I was very calm in that moment because I
mhm,
said, I know this is a done deal.
mhm, mhm,
And I didn't let it bother me. I wasn't disappointed. I didn't have any emotion attached to it.
mhm,
And then yesterday they came back and said, we're moving forward.
mhm.
And I said, okay,
There you go. There
yeah,
you go. Yeah, that's the difference between knowing and also not being attached, right?
right.
Not being attached because your listing could come from there or it could come from there or it could come from there.
Mhm.
Right? So when you got it, did you remember to say thank you, I'll have more of that, please?
I did say thank you.
Yes. And I'll have more of that, please.
And
Right?
I have more of that, please. Yes.
Yes, 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 yeah. So what will it take? I mean, rinse and repeat, right?
Hmm.
You and your mentor decided. What was it
Hmm.
that you did differently?
I trusted myself.
Mm. Hmm. And what in trusting yourself, did it change the actions that you took?
Um, it it didn't. I
Mhm.
just was not second guessing myself. I was
Ah.
very confident. So, I spoke to them and they said, come with my plan.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, I'm coming with my plan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, I
So
got to work.
so you created a plan.
Yes. So I mean, I did a CMA for the property,
Mm-hmm.
and I also came with a strategy
Mm-hmm.
as to how to get it listed, sold quickly.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Perfect.
But I was very clear. I was confident, and I was aware of all of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I was able to articulate my strategy
Mm-hmm.
with them seeing the professional realtor
Mm-hmm.
that I am.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So your intention, what your desire is for
Hmm.
more success in your business.
Yes.
What's your why?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
For
Why do you want more?
financial freedom,
Okay.
hmm travel,
Mm-hmm.
owning real estate, becoming debt free.
Why is that important?
Because I want to be free. I want to feel freedom.
Mm. So, um, correct me if I'm wrong. What I'm hearing is there's a belief in there that when I'm debt free,
Hmm.
when I have financial freedom, I will feel free.
Yes, and I can do more.
So, what if it was actually? Um, I want you to really hear that, and because I know that you're brilliant. I know I worked with you before. I know you have a very sharp mind and a very acute sense of awareness, you're very self-aware. So I want you to,
No,
huh?
I feel free now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
However, I want you to hear what you said,
Yeah.
right? So so be curious about that part of you that
Mhm.
even made that statement, right? So what if the freedom is what brings you the money instead of the money bringing you the freedom?
Hmm. Okay, I get that. I get it.
Yeah,
Yes.
because that's most people have it asked backwards. Right?
Right.
That's the thing, we're chasing the money, sorry, because we've been taught that
Mm-hmm.
money is going to buy you the freedom. But freedom is a state of being, it's a state of mind.
Yeah.
So where do you not currently feel free is a better question to ask. If it's the freedom that brings you the money and you want more money, let's look at where you are not currently feeling free. We know that you feel free, so in some
Yes.
places, right? But
Yes.
but it's not the things the way I can serve you best is helping you to see what you're not currently seeing and that
Mm-hmm.
is in your way. So just pause and just,
I feel
yeah.
something like I am in my way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, we know that you're the only one who can be. But the question is,
Self-doubt.
where you're not currently free, where you don't
Mm-hmm.
feel free
Yes.
in the area because you doubt yourself. So where would that be that you're lacking the freedom? Where are you doubting yourself?
Um.
So I want you to let your body help you, because we tend to search for answers
Mm-hmm.
here only,
Right.
and we love the brain, we need it. Mwah! Lovely mind, we need them. However, it doesn't have all the answers, and it's certainly so let's drop in to your body, your whole body, and get your whole, so that your whole self is on board, and just be curious, really, really curious. Just sit in the question as if you're asking every single part of you.
Fear comes out. The word fear.
Okay. So did it come up in your mind?
No, in my heart.
What did it feel like in your heart? It's fear.
Nervousness.
Okay. So who do you think interpreted that sensation of nervousness in your heart as fear?
I did, because it could be success.
Because and excitement and fear feel the same in the physical
Right.
body, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, let's just be like, we love you mind, we love you brain, and we're gonna let your brain relax for a moment and take a break. You can go get some coffee and a donut. And we're gonna drop back into your body and literally just playing with the question. Where am I not currently feeling free?
I keep hearing courage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so thank you for that.
Courage came before my head said it was fear.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
And I just feel like a fluttering.
In your chest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Beautiful. See, when we just stay with, I want you to stay inside. Just stay with it, and it will, and just keep following and just letting me know what you're
Mm-hmm.
aware of when it changes, because it will. Just letting me know what's coming into your awareness. So there's the fluttering, it's breathing and allowing. There's the word courage. As you just keep being in this inquiry, this curiosity around the parts of you that are not feeling free.
Tired of being in my apartment all the time.
Okay, yeah. So the part that's stuck, that feels stuck in your
Yeah.
apartment.
Yeah.
Good. Good. So just breathing and acknowledging the part of you that feels stuck, being in your apartment all the time. Noticing if the fluttering is still in your chest.
No.
No. So noticing what you are aware of now, sensation-wise in your body.
Calm.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And where else
And where else what?
are you currently not feeling free?
The relationship with myself.
Okay. Tell me more about where you're not feeling free in the relationship with yourself.
Still feel too hard on myself sometimes. Don't give myself enough compassion.
And what's the impact of that when you don't give yourself enough compassion and you're hard on yourself?
I guess doubts
Mm.
and feeling of less than. Oh, you can't do it, or you can't do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where do you think that comes from? Just close your eyes and be curious about it.
Where does what come from?
That voice of you can't do it, that makes you doubt.
Um, well, it goes back to, I guess, the I'm not good enough.
And stay with it, stay inside.
Mm-hmm.
Be curious. Where did that come from? When did you decide that you were not good enough?
Because the report card was never good enough.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Who was it never good enough for?
My parents.
Both of them?
No, my father.
Okay. And can you see the first time that you got the impression from your father that the report card wasn't good enough? Can you
Yeah, it
remember?
was. Yeah, it was when I was in prep school.
About how old were you?
Oh no, I was in high school. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I was like 7th or 8th grade.
Okay. About what age is that?
What? Like 11, 12.
Okay. And did you bring the report card home? Did he sit you down? What happened?
Well, the report card used to come in the mail, and it's like
Okay.
you would always somehow you knew when it was coming.
So it came in the mail. He opened it.
Mm-hmm.
Then did he come find you? How did it play out?
I don't quite remember all of that, but in general, it was. I don't recall ever hearing, "Oh, you did a good job." At any, it
Mm-hmm.
was, "Oh, you got to this and that, you got to this and that. Why didn't you do better?" Da, da, da.
Yeah. And something in you caused you to internalize that to hear that as not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
How did that serve you? Because you're a really powerful being. You could have decided, there are lots of people who hear that differently.
Yeah.
Right? So we're going to just trust your that there was a reason that you internalized that in that way,
Mm-hmm.
and that it served you in some way. So how did it serve you?
I don't know.
Did it inspire you to work harder the next year? Did you just become more ingenious at trying to hide the report card?
I just learned to push it away.
Hmm.
I know, as I said, I remember you asked me a question pertaining to that the other day. It's like I just ignored it.
What did you ignore?
Not necessarily say I ignored. I mean, I guess I was never the A student.
Mm-hmm.
I became the A student in university, but I was certainly not the A student in high school.
Yeah. So again, be curious. The curiosity is what is going to take you into the place of discovery. And you are here to discover what you are not aware of.
Maybe I just did enough to get by.
So actually, you were good enough.
And if I had probably set my mind to it, then I certainly would have been that A student then.
So here's the question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good enough for what? Because you were clearly good enough. You achieved the grades that got you progressing from one grade to the next.
Yes.
You didn't have to repeat a year, did you?
No.
So good enough for what? What do you think your father was pushing for?
Excellence.
Is that what you push yourself for now?
Yes.
Why?
Because why would I want anything less?
So what's another perspective you could have had when you interpreted your father's discussions around your report card? What's another perspective? What do you think his perspective would have been?
Pushing me for excellence.
Why?
Because he wanted me to be successful.
Do you think he would have pushed you if he thought you weren't capable of it?
No.
Did he push your younger brother in the same way?
No, it's funny you say that because I did ask him one time. I was like, how come you put so much pressure on me and you don't put as much pressure on him? And he said to me, and I've never forgot this, and he said to me, he says, because you're my daughter. And the only thing I can give you is your education. So yes, he was trying to set me up for success.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what did you, sorry?
No, I got it now. I have a headache. So,
What did you get that gave you a headache?
when you change the way you look at things. No.
How are you seeing it differently, and what's the result? Because the headache doesn't feel like a fun result for me. It doesn't feel like relief. What is the headache about?
Yeah, when I get that headache, it's always that shift.
Ah, that's your
Yeah,
indicator of a shift.
yeah. When I have a huge like shift, yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how would you articulate the huge shift that you just had?
My eyes are like, wow, why didn't I see that? like, whoa.
I want you to like pretend I wasn't even there. How would you articulate the shift that you just had? What is it that you now see that you didn't see before?
It's like everything is like crystal clear. The sun is shining bright where it looked cloudy before. I mean, the sun hasn't changed outside, but it just suddenly looks a lot brighter and a lot clearer.
What was the perspective you had before, and what's the perspective you have now that's different?
I'm thinking that what I did was not good enough, and he actually was pushing to strive for me to strive for excellence.
So what's your new perspective on it? If it's not that you weren't good enough.
I'm smart, I'm capable, I'm brilliant.
So I want you to just breathe that in for a minute. What does it feel like in your body?
Laughing, giddy, excitement. Light.
Light.
Free. Freedom.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. What does that change for you now?
I can do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. 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 So just take a breath and check back in. Check back in. Feel the delight and the excitement and the lightness and of this awareness, and just let it really integrate into every cell of your being. I am smart. I am capable. I'm brilliant. My father always saw it in me. He wasn't pressuring me, he was inviting me to explore and expand my potential that he saw in me all along. And are you willing to see that potential in yourself?
Yes. Others always see it in me before I see it in me.
What do you think is the resistance to seeing it in yourself?
Because of that feeling of how I interpreted the report to be not enough.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So that shouldn't be an issue anymore.
No.
What does that open up for you? Being able to see the potential in you the way that others see it in you.
Yes.
What does it open up for you?
I was listening to some affirmations on YouTube, and this one particular affirmation says, if I think it's possible, then my success is inevitable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to it, and I listened to it for 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And after it was finished, could I remember what the lady said? I couldn't remember a word. And I was like, wow, you're really resistant to that. And I wrote it down a few times, and I left and I went in my car. I couldn't remember it. But now I remember it.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So if I think it is possible, then my success is inevitable. So I've been saying that to myself every day.
Yeah. So breathe, drop into your body. I'm always going to invite you back into your body because we have been so conditioned
Mm-hmm.
to live in our heads and seek that. And what I know is that the sovereign mind, our most powerful, whole, firing on all piston self, requires the head and the heart, requires the body and the mind and the soul. So it's our whole self. So I'm going to keep inviting you into your body, right?
Mm-hmm. Tingling, goosebumps.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm going to ask you the question again. What does this open up for you? Don't look to your head for the answer. Doesn't mean that your head won't be the one to articulate the answer, right? But don't look to it first for the answer. It's there to serve the rest of you.
All I hear is badass. I'm a badass. Super. I envisioned Wonder Woman.
See, that's the thing, right? So the soul speaks in symbols, right?
Yeah.
So what does Wonder Woman represent?
Yeah, I just saw Wonder Woman with a cape.
Yeah, what's that symbolic of?
Power.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. And here's the thing, right? Here's what's also possible in this opportunity here is when you have a judgment about something being not good enough, good enough or not good enough, when you have this bar, right? The judgment, right? You're going to dismiss the part of you that is not good enough. And there are times when we're not good enough. So can you embrace the part of you? Would you be willing to embrace the part of you that is not good enough?
Yes.
Because I tell you, especially when we're learning a new skill, and we're in our zone of incompetence, right? And what we're doing is not good enough. We get better at it because we have to practice. And if we are afraid of not being good enough, then it's going to limit how many new things we actually try.
Right.
So in this moment, close your eyes for a minute and see if you can find the part of you that is not good enough. See where you put her. Is she outside your field? Is she inside? Does she live in a dungeon somewhere?
No, she's close by.
Perfect. Perfect.
I thought I'd put that on. And I'm actually like
hugging her. Perfect. Perfect. So you're smiling, you're loving hugging her. How does she feel?
She feels comforted.
Ah, beautiful. Beautiful.
And saying, it's okay, sweet one. Yeah. Compassion.
You have compassion for her, or she has compassion for you?
Both.
Both. Nice.
Because I'm doing this and she's like, leaning in.
Yeah. And just notice what that does for your whole being, your whole self.
Yeah, just kind of just calming.
Yeah. And every time we reclaim part of ourselves like that, we are expanding. That's why I asked you, what does it open up for you? It does, your power, because you're reclaiming a piece of you. You're more whole. The more whole you are, the more powerful you are.
That's all of the stuff I wrote in my wanting to be powerful.
And you already are.
Or at least feeling it. I wasn't feeling it at that time.
Yes, exactly. And every time, it's a journey. Every time we become aware of some part of ourselves that we've been taught and we've learned to judge, and we welcome it back home, we become more powerful. So it's a journey of reclaiming that power. How's your head?
Oh, it's gone.
Perfect. I love that. That's your body's feedback.
Yeah.
When something huge has occurred for you. Beautiful.
I get that dull headache right here.
So I'm glad I asked you, because sometimes it's like we tend to think of pain as something negative, or a headache as something.
Oh no, I know what it is. I've come to know what it is.
Exactly. Perfect. All right. So just check in with yourself one last time. And just ask yourself, Ask your heart, your body, your mind, your soul. Are we complete for today? Or is there anything that wants to be acknowledged?
Just my gratitude to you.
How about for yourself too?
Yes.
Because you showed up,
Yes.
you were willing. Could you feel your resistance at first? Were you aware of it? I will send you the recording so you can, well, you'll see it. So I want you to watch it back and just notice your body language, notice where you were holding a little bit. And it was, I didn't think it was conscious, but
It was not.
yeah. But it'll be interesting for you to look at it from this side, right?
Okay.
From this perspective now. I think, we are the most fascinating thing that we can observe is ourselves. So thank you. Appreciate you
Thank you.
being willing to do this.
Well, that was certainly me stepping outside of my comfort zone.
I love it. I love it. And every time we do, we get.
Well, I felt that that was the next level.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this is not the first time that you've asked, to do something like this, and I've always resisted it.
Yeah. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you.
Thank you.